So the first thing I want to do is put the sample on stretch mode so I can pitch it up like this, maybe. Which one is better? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm gonna put it on a mixer check and put it midway. The way I do that is I'm leaving space for mastering, and it's just how I have learned to produce. I usually always like to make a double of the vocal and then put it on the same volume, doesn't have to be exact. And then I always cut the lows to around 100 Hz from every single vocal. And on the double layer, I'll actually do a reverb. Like that. I think it's way better already. Well, next thing I obviously want to do is I'm gonna go to Serum and I'm gonna go through my own packs. These are some from the internet, and quite a lot are made by me, so so what I did here is always comes automatic. So I take the Reese patch, which I have. Sounds like this normally. And then I just put in these two effects, which is basically multi-band compression and distortion, so nothing too crazy there. We're gonna be looking for the bass notes now, and that's definitely not it. We could do something like that for sure. Yep. There we go. And then we're gonna go to my samples. Gonna get in some snaps and just rhythm going on. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. We want to do this, I think, instead of that normal theme. There we go. And at this part, we want something new already, I feel like. So yeah, this one. And this is 128, so I'm gonna go auto detect, type in BPM 128, and I'm gonna route it to a mixer track. I'm gonna take the lows out as always. I can take more because I just like to be precise with stuff. Let's move this here so it's easier to see, because I use those bars here. Like we have a white part starting here, black, white, black. So it's easier to see here when I wanna go faster with the build up. And one more time faster. And then a thing I always do pretty much is we put the range to 12 and then we create an automation clip from the pitch. So essentially what we're going to be doing here is when we start going faster with the snares, we're going to start to go up in pitch too. So it's sort of like a rise up. And it's not working now because we have auto mode on. We have to go stretch. And that's the drop. We're gonna have to get a kick, which is in the key of F. Or that's what I always do. And then it's very loud now. So we go here and we literally just do this. Or this is what I have in my head. So we get like a pitch bend going on. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. Yeah. Let's put it in a mixer track first. Let's put some multi-band compression on it. That's pretty much the first step, always what I do. And then we put Camel Crusher, which is distortion again. I'm sorry if it's very loud, my bad. It's starting to sound like a bass already, but what do we want here? We want this one. Ooh, it's lagging. Please do not crash on me. Do not crash on me. Fuck. Well, I'll be right back. Alright, well, I had to do quite a bit of stuff again as it crashed. So, forgive me. Let's try it again. Please do not crash on us now. So we probably don't want the intensity all the way up here, because it already has quite a bit of bass. So we're gonna dial it in. And that's a good place to start. There we go. We want to add a sidechain. And make sure to turn your kick in mono, always. What we're gonna be doing next is pitch bending it. So we quickly just make an automation clip from my Serum to Ethel, and in here, I don't know if you remember, but I want something like dun 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 dun, something like that. So let's try to replicate that. Like that, yeah. And what do we actually want to do here is we're gonna take the vocal and put sidechain on the vocals like this. And what do we want to do is automate it. So we don't want sidechain here, it sounds dumb. To me it sounds dumb, at least. So we'll toggle it on the drop like this. Now it sounds appropriate because we have the kick. It's sort of like pumping. And we want to route the rest of the vocals in the same automation. And we basically have a remix going on right now. So we can be proud of that. And it does not end there. So we're gonna copy and paste it more. So I'm gonna go to my most used samples, and I'll just take that clap. Just take that clap. We'll see. And we're gonna add it around here. Yeah, that's where we're at it. And it goes for the rest of the drop. And then quickly we're gonna take a hi-hat, so we get the basic structure of the drop down. Like that. Let's make it a bit shorter. Like that. So let's just mute these and try to make the bass and the kick work together. So what I like to use on my kicks is Kashmir Project. No, what am I saying? Kashmir Essentials kick. And I just usually crank up the sub a lot and the mids and some pressure. And this has like this sort of annoying click. I want to get rid of it a bit, like that. And then on the bass, I think I want to still do something with it. We'll add a mid boost. And on the clap, we didn't add low cut already, so we'll do that. Low cut everything where you don't need all those low frequencies. So kick is one example where you need them, so don't do it on the kick. Your sub bass or this bass, we have sub going on here. You see, we don't want to cut the lows like this because it's gonna sound like this then. And this just sounds way better, you know, so I think I want to do something else to make it more pumping, like pumping effect, you know. So we'll sidechain it to that track, and we'll use a send, which basically sends, ouch, my ears, and I'm sorry if your ears were destroyed too. And it basically sends the audio from this channel to this one as a duplicate. So in this one we can have reverb. And what we'll do with the reverb is, in here we want to cut all the lows because it's an echo. And so we'll add a fruity balance because this is the only plugin that can do this basically. And that's what we'll do with the automation. So I'll show you right now. We'll do basically this. And you can't really hear it now, but it does do quite a lot. I promise you. I'll play it solo in a bit for you, and trust me, it's huge what that can literally do. I'll show you. You can hear that. I'll show you in a bit. So if we exaggerate this, you see, we make it shorter, so it's literally leading to the next note, and it's just so powerful now. Or actually, let me try something. I sometimes get these moments when I'm like, let's try something, let's just go for something. So we make a sound from scratch. I think we'll do something like that. I just randomly did it. Like, I don't even know how to explain like how I write melodies and stuff. I've been just literally practicing, and let's just get the sound to sound like something proper. And let's add a noise filter. Bit of resonance. Let's make it a bit wider. Starting to sound really nice. And usually from here I just take it to the mixer track. Sorry if it was a bit too loud again. Let's add saturation on it. And Sidechain. And we have something like this now. Let's make it a bit quieter. I'm not happy with the sound though yet. I think we want a pitch automation here. I have sort of a vision what I want to do with this now. So we're gonna modulate the lead quite a bit. I'll show you soon. Let's play with the sustain and the decay. So let's take both of them on an automation. And first of all, let's copy and paste this one over here. And make room for these two automations. And let's start with the sustain. And this one is going to be simple, something like this. And then let's take the vocal out right now because it's clashing with the lead a bit. We'll fix that later on though. Let's add a, not R bass, but R box, which is compression, because I think the vocal is a bit low quality. Let's take this to a different pattern, so we can use this one somewhere else, like in a build-up, to tell the listener that, oh, it's gonna be this kind of a drop. It's just like a teaser basically, so you know what to expect. And let's filter it. So this is just filtering, but I do it through an EQ. And let's not open it up all the way yet. We'll do that. What do we want to do here is we go straight towards the effect. So I always use this one. So it's in Kashmir Volume 1. It's effects, sweeps down, clean down sweep, this one. And you can literally hear it in all my remixes. So yeah. And then I go in the crash and I take the number 2 crash, like always. And I add kickstart, so sidechaining to every single down sweep, as you can see. We're gonna add some chimes from my samples. Where is it? Chimes. The Thnked one. So this one is also in, I think, every remix I've done. Just because I like sparkles or chimes. So it just sounds like this, the sample. And I always have it very quiet. It adds just nice ambience, like it makes the drop spark. We could have crouch here. I sometimes use this and I sometimes don't. Depends how full my drop is already. But on this one, I think I can use it. I thought, like, I was listening to my instrumentals like this without anything, and if it sounds boring, it just probably is. So, what do we want to do here is add something more. I first of all think the clap is a bit weak, so let's give more to it. So now our clap is a bit more bigger, let's say. And now we can do something Probably not there, but like that. So with these ones, yep. We'll do it actually like this. And so it doesn't stop like randomly. We're gonna add a reverb. And we're gonna have it pumping. And we're gonna put the decay all the way up, and the wet is gonna be up. But we're gonna slowly take it in when the drop ends. And the way we do it is like this. Like that, and that, and that. Like something like that. So it kind of blends in. And what we wanna probably do here is this. Take the kicks from the end and make the sweep go here. So whoosh, and then it sort of calms down. We have this automation here. If you remember, it's the filter for the lead, so we can make it unique so it doesn't change the other automation. And we can make it longer like this, and we can take out a lead like this. With this one, I'm gonna add a low cut, but I'm gonna automate it. So in the end of the drop, we're gonna get rid of the lows a bit. Like that. And all together like this. And then we can copy and paste most of this probably. There we go. And we're gonna take the same crash we used in the drop, because I like to use the same elements from the drop in the breaks too, so we'll do something like that. So I think the drop sounds a bit boring, or less energetic than I would like it to be, so I got one solution. We're gonna go find a simple loop. This usually helps a lot. So there we go. We put the loop in. Let's add sidechain to it. And a short one, so it's out of the picks way. Let's focus on the build up. I feel like we want to work the first half of this song properly. So we can use this one for example. I've used this one before, and I really love this one. Do we have an A? We don't have an A, so we have to pitch it one down or up. We'll just do that. And on this drop, I think we can just do this. And on this bit, we can start adding these. Move the doubles. So what we can do here is take the kick from the drop, and we can do dun the two, dun two, dun the two, dun two, pew 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 pew. And we're gonna filter the kick so it sounds like this now. But when we filter it, ooh. What we want to do here is sidechain. Who would have guessed it? So we take a fruity balance, because we can do this again. Make the volume go all the way 0. And what we're gonna do is every time the kick hits, we're gonna make the kick shorter first of all, to around that size. Every time the kick hits, we're gonna do that. So it's ducking in the volume when the kick is the loudest. And then on this one, we want to take the pitch automation of the bass. And you'll hear a lot of this in my remixes when in the second break, we're gonna go doing something like this. Like we're gonna go up. Sounds a bit empty here. Or not good. So we're gonna add rides, which play when the kick plays. And with this one, we actually have a trick again. So on the halfway point, which is this one, we can start going up on pitch. And it's basically telling you the drop is ending. Alright, excuse the brutal cut, but I think my recording software was crashing and I had recorded for like an hour and a half already, so I really did not want to miss anything. Yeah, we added the multi-band compression and now I'm gonna make it quieter so your ears won't get destroyed. And the next thing we're gonna add is a isotope ozone 9, which is here. I'm gonna make it quieter. You'll get the volume back soon because it's gonna get really loud. There we go. Probably didn't get really loud. And what I'm looking in here is the RMS value. And I usually try to stay between this area here. So my RMS value is showing maximum -3 from isotope 5. I've had this for years. I just use the tape function. Put them to 1.3. Maybe a bit more. And on the equalizer, I'm actually going to put this mode on where I can make a brick wall. I'm going to put it usually always around 35. And on the high end, I'm going to make a brick wall too, and I'm going to put it on 16K. And that's just to maximize, like, and with this one, it's just making things wider. And what we want to look for is on the right, you see, we don't want it to go on -1, because if it goes on -1, basically what happens if we make the song mono like this, and if this is at -1 when we're playing the song, it basically means that it's cancelling out the sound, and that's never good. And we'll move it a bit more so our DAW recognizes that I want to make an automation clip from just that. And we'll make it all the way down here. And now I want to bring it all the way to 0 again. 0. And do the same thing. Create an automation clip. And the zeros are going to be where the breaks are. And then on the drop, we're going to make it wider. So that's what the automation is doing. We're making it wider. So it's going to be bigger as well. And a good trick is to take an automation clip of the stereo and mono knob And what we're gonna do, we have the build up right here. These bars right here are the build up. And on the midway of the build up, we start to pull this up. And what this is doing is making the track more mono. So that's what we'll do. And here we're gonna get a low cut. And what this is gonna do is go on the midway of the build up. Now it's easier to see from here. We pull it up like this and we put it down like this. And what it's doing, let's exaggerate it. It's doing this. Again, making the drop hit harder, but not so much. You don't want this so much. Bam. I'm really happy about this one. This is why I do it. I get so excited. I'm like smiling and shit. I'm just very excited now. Very excited to show this to you. Let's try to check if we can make it better in any way. I think we could do something different here. I got an idea because we want something different here. So, I created this, sort of an instrument, which is a guitar. I used it on my Billie Eilish. What is my latest Billie Eilish remix? Not NDA, but the one before it, on the drop. It was like trap. And this is basically a guitar I sampled myself, and it's put in this sort of an instrument, so it's easy to use. So what I'll do with this is let's add sidechain to it. Let's add a bit distortion. Bit of reverb. And take it to its own pattern. And let's add it here. We want to do... Let's just do a delay on that. And we'll take the delay all the way down, and we're gonna end the song with the delay.